What's up guys, Appledroid here. This is just a quick overlook of the new SPIRITUNE app. This is a paranormal music box app. If you don't know, I used to make the devices a wee while back. The devices were like motion activated devices which play music. They were quite cheap. There was sort of a cheap alternative to the current offerings on the field. But this is an app version, and I'm going to show you guys how this works and why it's unique to the sort of app platform, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the settings first before I activate it. To basically activate, all you have to do is press the power button. But first you have to go into the settings and set it up how you want. So basically you have two ways that this app works. You can use them both together or separately, or you can use it as a dedicated sort of EMF detector if you like. Your device has to have an EMF sensor in it, a magnetic sensor. If you don't have that, you'll only be able to use the camera function, which I'll show you in a minute. So basically all you want to do is set up your EMF trigger threshold. So basically wherever you set this dial here, this slider, so if you have it maximum, for example, the music will only trigger if the red light comes on. If you set it here, it will only come on with the orange light on, and so on and so forth. So if you want it to react to basically any kind of EMF fluctuations, you'll probably want to have it on the 1 or 2 setting here. So I'm going to put it on quite high for the minute, just for the purpose of this demonstration, because I have a magnet here. I can show you guys it working. The second way it works is this motion setup here. So you click into here. This is the Motion AI, and as you can see, it has that same matrix look from the SLS camera app. It's basically using this exact same plugin. So basically when I hold the camera still, the phone still, you'll see nothing basically is appearing. I'm actually holding the phone, so it's quite difficult. And basically if anything moves in front of the camera, it's picked up as motion. So that basically gives you an idea how this is actually working. So it'll only basically activate basically when there's motion detected. You have to prop up your device on a stable surface, so there's absolutely no movement whatsoever. A tripod would be a good example for this. You can pick up little tripods for quite cheap. You basically just put your phone in a little tripod, point it to the area that you want to basically monitor. Any motion in that area will set off the music box. You have your filter here, so as you see, if I turn off the filtering, it's quite noisy. You don't want any noise whatsoever on the camera, this view area, so you have to set up so there's basically no pixels fluctuating or anything like that. Just adjust it till basically all you should basically see is that. There shouldn't be any kind of pixelation, any noise artifacts or anything like that. It should be completely black, and that's when you know that you're configured and set up. This is a motion smoothing, so as you can see when I turn it down, it's quite flickery and flashy. If you put the motion smoothing on, what that does is has little trail effects. That can kind of help with the detection because it keeps the motion in frame longer. So it will basically help with the triggering. The sensitivity, what this does is the amount of motion that's detected. So if it's only a little tiny bits of you know, artifacting or whatever it is, it won't basically trigger. So you basically set this to the sensitivity. If you're finding it's going off all the time for no reason, you want to adjust the sensitivity to where it stops that sort of activity. You also want to adjust the noise filter, make sure there's no artifacting or anything like that appearing on the screen. This is your matrix hue, so that basically changes the color, so you can have this a color of choice. It defaults to the cyan color, like so, but you can have it to a different color because this view also shows on the front side as well. So I'm going to put on this sort of let's just leave on green for the purpose of this demonstration. You can also flip the camera as well. So as you can see, there's me. You can flip it, so you can pick whatever camera you want to use for the purpose of the investigation. So let's go back. To turn this mode on, so you've set it up, you can basically leave it there. If you need to tweak it later, you can go back in and tweak it. But if you want to run the motion detection mode, all you have to do is set that button, this little toggle switch, to on, and that's basically it. Same likewise with the EMF. If you don't want any EMF to trigger the music box, you simply put it to disabled. and that basically shows you the levels here. So as you can see, it's got 5 different levels that you can set it to. I'm going to keep it on the maximum just for now. In here is your session log. You can turn off session logging if you want, but this is ideal if you leave the device monitoring an area where you're not there or not able to hear the music, for example. Your session logs will basically show up in here. So when you turn it off, the session report will be generated. It'll basically show you if there's any activations while you weren't there, and it shows you what type it is. I'll show you that in a little minute once we go back into it. Here is your user manual. This gives you a basic overview of how the functions work. There's a little disclaimer at the bottom, stuff like that. So let's go back to the main app. Oh, also there's the actual music box function as well. You have 20 different tracks that you can pick. So to basically select a track, all you have to do is press play. There's the default one. That was from the original SPIRITUNE. And you can select a track that you want. I'm just going to leave it on there for now and press stop when you don't want to use that feature anymore. Close there, and then we are ready to start the investigation. So all you have to do is press play, and as you see, I'm going to cover the camera lens and nothing should basically happen. So I'm still covering the camera lens, and now I'm going to peg the EMF meter. So as you can see, it only triggers when it goes past that threshold. You can go into the settings and adjust that to your liking. So now it will trigger when it's on the 2 LEDs. And what I'm going to show you as well is I'm going to peg the meter and I'm going to leave the magnet right next to the device. And as you can see, it's falling back all by itself. So even if there's a magnetic source near the device, it will automatically calibrate. If you're still finding you're having issues, you can press the calibrate button there and that will recalibrate the device for you. But it basically, what that does is it simply ignores strong magnetic fields in the area. So if there's a high fluctuation, it will automatically calibrate itself, and that basically stops the PMB function going into a sort of boot loop. Turn off that function just now, and I'm going to show you the. So I'm going to put this down so there's no movement, and I'm going to go over there and walk in front of it, and then you'll see basically what happens. So it's already detecting me from there. But if I stand completely still, the music box will stop because it's not detecting motion anymore. If I just simply move a little bit, you see it instantly triggers. So that's basically the functions or what this app actually does. Now this is actually on Google Play right now, so if you want to go and download it, it's not a free app, but is modestly priced. It's only a couple of quid, and this is because it's using AI. It's basically using my AI API key, and it actually costs me money for you guys to use it, so that's why it's not free. Anyway, it's similar technology to the SLS camera, the mobile app, and you know, it's basically like that. Anyway, it's on Google Play right now. If you enjoyed that, please go and have a look at it. If you want to download it, please do, and let me know what you think. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.